Rob Van Dam against AJ Styles with Ric Flair for the TNA World title. What'd you think, man?
I mean, it was overall, dude, it was a pretty good match. I enjoyed it. I love Ric Flair, number one. I used to hate the guy as a kid, but he is the man, and he's gold on the mic. He went up to the announce table, and he was there a little while. But overall, though, it was a pretty good wrestling match, dude, and I'm glad RVD was able to pull it out. And it was also nice to see him knock out one of AJ's teeth.
Hey, you know that commercial break deal I was talking about where I said, commercial free Raw last night, WZR commercial free?
Yeah.
Well, I need a drink, dude. It's two things, dude. I need a drink, and I gotta piss. So, between those two things, and I just don't know if I can hold in my piss for another hour. So basically what I'm thinking here, and I just confirmed it with the producer, we're going to take a commercial break at 9 o'clock here in about 9 minutes, and let's hope to fucking God, dude, that after the break we return here and go for another hour. But I think it's worth the risk, man. Everybody
in the chat, I said everybody in the chat room, knock on wood right now.
Yeah, right? In about 8 minutes, you may see the last of us. No, I don't think so. I don't think we're going to have any problems tonight. I think we're going to be able to take a commercial break, come back, take live phone calls in hour number 2. I just need a quick break. I got to pee real bad.
What kind of drink are you getting there, buddy?
No, just water, man. I got a couple beers in the fridge, but I'm just drinking water and ice water. Ice and water.
Good stuff. So, what did you end up thinking about that match, though?
Match was good. Rob Van Dam and AJ Styles, probably the match of the night. Followed up Jeff Hardy and Mr. Anderson, like we said earlier, was pretty good as well. But Rob Van Dam and AJ Styles, you knew this. This is another one of those matches where on paper you look at it and you say, Jesus, man, RVD versus Styles, you're in for a real treat. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. We had, We had Rob Van Dam hit the 5-star
frog splash.
Say that 5 times fast. Just try it.
I know. 5-star frog. I can't even do it once, dude. I can't even do it once. I mean, come on.
I'm not even going to try, dude. All right, so we had, Jay Lethal came out, right?
Jay Lethal is gold, too. I hope TNA never gets rid of this guy. He's like their version of Hornswoggle, but better.
Well, he's done the black machismo thing. Say that 5 times fast. He's done that, and then they did, the impression of Ric Flair from last week, I believe it was, or 2 weeks ago on Monday.
That was brilliant.
Oh, it was awesome. I mean, that was perfectly played, man. Everything was to a T, and I think they recognized that because they did an angle with him last night at the Impact tapings as well. So. Do you think we'll see a Flair and a Lethal match coming up here at any pay-per-view? Well, yeah, it makes sense. You know what I mean? It makes sense. I mean, that would give the base. I mean, you want somebody like Ric Flair in the ring with somebody like Jay Lethal so that he can get the rub. You know what I mean? When you pick a guy, that's exactly what you want. Is you take these guys. It's too bad that Hogan won't do that or claims that he can't. But come on, dude. I mean, there's no excuse why. Okay, you're paying Hogan millions and millions and millions of dollars, okay, for a 1-year contract. I mean, it's a multi-million-dollar deal for 1 year, okay? And the fact that this guy, I'm not saying go in there and work singles matches, but I'm saying that there's no excuse why they couldn't put him in a tag team match. Say, I don't know, say Hulk Hogan and Rob Van Dam against Sting and so, you know what I mean? Put Hogan in a tag team match where Van Dam can go in there and work 95% of the match, and then Hogan comes in at the end and does his thing, does his Hulk up and does whatever and gets the pin or just gets in a tag team match and works for a mere 2 minutes. All you need is Hogan. There's no excuse why Hogan can't get in there. And then you can promote a match with Hogan involved in the match where Hogan's going to make his return in a tag team match. And you're promoting Hogan in a match. And he doesn't have to do much work, but he doesn't do it. And that's one of the problems I have with Hogan is...
Well, he's in pretty rough shape, though, isn't he? He's going to have back surgery, right?
Yeah, that's what he claims on TMZ. This is Hogan.
You never can believe a word this guy says.
I mean, this is Hogan where, God, I mean, he tells this story. It seems like every single media interview he does these days. He was in the bathroom, he was sitting on the toilet taking a shit, and Layla Ali called him, and he had a gun to his mouth or a gun to his head, and Layla Ali called him and talked him out of committing suicide. Da-da-da-da-da-da. It's Hogan. Who the fuck? I wouldn't doubt that it never happened. You know what I mean? Hogan, threatening to commit suicide, and then he goes out to the media and he plays the feel sorry for me card. You know what I mean? Maybe it did happen, and maybe I'm just being an unsensitive asshole right now. You know what I mean? But the fact is, I don't believe it. Dude,
I mean, even his friends, they'll say he's full of shit. I mean, if you ever get a chance, I don't know if you've ever heard him, but if you ever can hear any of those shoot interviews with, like, the Outsiders or, even, like, Jimmy Hart or Sean Waltman, they have some of the funniest stories about Hulk Hogan, you know what I mean? They just kind of put over how much of a liar he really is.
I think Hogan is, not only that, but Hogan on the mic is, like, I compare him to Bret Hart on Monday Night Raw, where Hogan's... That's one thing I can't stand about TNA is when Hogan comes out there and they give him a mic and he's like, well, let me tell you something, dudes. I don't know, brother. Yeah, it's just the same fucking thing that we've seen over and over. But you kind of need Hogan there, you know what I mean? We talked about it earlier where Hogan, God, I can't stand him, but God, he's good for TNA. Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure. The one thing, dude, I know I was talking about, not reliving past history and stuff like that, dude. I cannot stand this whole Hulkamaniac thing, especially Abyss being, a junior Hulkamaniac and shit. I'd rather see Hulk Hogan start up the NWO, something I'm much against, than do this whole Hulkamania thing. I'm so sick of it, dude.
Well, the Hulkamania thing, that's where you get your fucking Hogan promos that are just over-the-wall corny, you know what I mean? And Bret Hart is the same way. Like, last night when I was watching him on Raw, there was just something about, I don't know, man. I look too much into the mic work of some people. Dave Bautista's and Matt Hardy is another one. Just guys that keep him off the fucking mic.
Jeff Hardy.
Jeff Hardy's another one. Rob Van Dam's another one too,
Dude, I actually think Van Dam's improving a lot than how he was in, ECW and WWE. I think he's getting a lot better.
Yeah. I mean,
he's nothing special, but...
I'm still not sold. All right, one more call before we go to the commercial break. Caller, you're live on WZR Radio. What's your name? Where are you from?
Hi, my name's Derek Worley. I'm from St. Joseph, Michigan.
How you doing, buddy?
What's up, buddy?
Hey, I was just wondering, Sheamus doesn't have a match going into this pay-per-view. How do you think he'll be incorporated into it?
That's a good question. The deal with Sheamus, you know what? I'm going to save that for hour number 2 when we talk about Monday Night Raw from last night. We talked TNA Sacrifice this hour, but I'm going to save that for Monday Night Raw coming up here in hour number 2. Hopefully, we'll be able to return after the commercial break. We're going to go to break here in about 2 minutes. Guys, get to our live chat room, WZROnline.com/chat. Let's take live questions out of the chat room right now. If anybody that's afraid to call wants to ask questions out of the chat, go to WZROnline.com/chat. I'm viewing it right now, so if you got a question, type that up. Get there now, WZROnline.com/chat. Like I said, guys, we're going to be here every Tuesday night. It's going to be a new time slot of 8 to 10 Eastern Time, leading you guys into NXT on the Sci-Fi Network. So make sure you note that time change, 8 to 10 Eastern Time, every Tuesday night, right here on WZROnline.com. So like that plug?
That was nice, dude. That was nice. I gotta give you a little applause for that one.
All right, what do you say, man? You what were you saying?
We're not getting no question. We're not getting no questions in the chat room, bro.
Well, there's a couple second delay, so maybe they've got to type it. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna take a commercial break right now. We're hopefully, guys, pray to God, man. Pray to fucking God that we come back after this break.
We might be back.
We got a lot to talk about here in our numero dos. Lots of news, rumors, live phone calls, and live questions out of the chat. WZROnline.com/chat. Official website of WZR Radio is WZROnline.com. You're listening to WZR Radio with Chris Haller and Ryan Clark. We'll be back right after this, hopefully.